I'm an incredibly awkward person, and I often like to avoid having contact with other people because I'm a weirdo, and this unfortunately has led to me to not ask people for help for videos, which also meant I couldn't get any decent multiplayer footage for this game, even though I probably could have easily just asked someone for help, but because I am just a dumb, I did not ask for help, so sorry. And to go on a bit of a side tangent, I actually bought this copy of SpongeBob's Truth or Square from an actual gaming store, and I felt really nervous doing that. Like for Battle for Bikini Bottom and the movie game, I bought those off eBay, like I said in my reviews, but I actually went to a play and trade and found this copy of SpongeBob's Truth or Square, and this was about a year ago, and I was just like, okay, one day whenever I do reviews, I want to look at all the Heavy Iron SpongeBob games, and I got the Battle for Bikini Bottom and the movie game like a few years ago. But last year at Play and Trade, I saw this copy of SpongeBob's Truth or Square, and I decided, okay, I'll buy this. And I have terrible anxiety all the time, and I assumed that if I walked up to the person working the cash register, and I gave him, I want to get this, SpongeBob's Truth or Square, maybe he'd make fun of me like, what? That's a kid's game. How old are you? And I don't know why I was afraid of him doing that. And what actually happened was I just handed him the copy, and then he said, okay, is this all you need? And I went, yeah. Then I paid for it, and I left. So I guess that's all I wanted to say about that. That's how I got my copy of this, and was able to do this little SpongeBob marathon. And if I could also say something else to people who might be suffering from anxiety like I usually do, if you ever find yourself in a similar situation like I was in, where you're buying like a kid's game from a public place like a gaming store or whatever, and you do end up coming across someone who does make fun of you for buying a kid's game, them. You don't play video games to be mature. If you have to prove to the world that you're mature by playing mature video games, you're a loser, okay? It doesn't matter what type of video games you play, okay? Even if it's something that's supposed to be for kids. You're never too old for entertainment, alright? That's all video games are. Interactive escapism. Why the should we treat it like you have to be a specific age to play specific type of games? I mean, there are adult-only type of games and early childhood games, but you don't see those in stores anywhere, so why would that matter? But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's just, people who don't get video games, I guess.
Hello everyone, I'm Rascal Star here, and what you just saw was Cooper's perspective of video games while he was reviewing the SpongeBob SquarePants Truth or Square video game for the Wii. And he brought up a good point about not having to be a specific age to play certain video games, or if you're too old then you shouldn't be, that you could play a child's game or a children's game. Because video games at its best they're a source of interacting with characters. It's like watching a movie. You're being entertained, pretty much seeing how the story goes. Video games are very much the same way. You're simply just interacting with the characters, that's it. There's nothing childish about video games, there's nothing childish about interacting. So why should people treat it like it's something that only kids should play? Age has nothing to do with video games. Anyone at any age can enjoy video games. While I may agree that Cooper may have been a little too harsh during his review or his take on what video games would be like to the rest of the world or how people may react to it, I do agree with him, and I think when he was swearing, which I had to censor out a couple of times, I think he was trying to imply that you don't have to be a specific age or that you should just ignore them. You shouldn't let their hurtful comments get to you. You should just ignore them and move on forward. That's it. As long as you're having fun, then that's what matters. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, or really enjoy the rest of this season, because summer is almost around the corner. I know it's typical that I say, I'll start posting more often, because you all have heard me say that many times, or pretty much imply that. But if any of you have any comments of what I should do, or what what's appropriate for this channel or what's appropriate for a next video, then I'll look into it and see if it's acceptable or not. Anyways, like, subscribe, and comment if you can, if you have any ideas, but I will see you guys next time. Thank you. By the way, quick message, if you all would like to see the original video, I will leave the link in the description or in the comments, so that way you all have the chance to watch his full review, which I very much recommend, because he does very well with his reviews, so I very much recommend that you check him out. Thank you.